Good morning from a sunny plot. It wasn't sunny this morning and I've put a jumper on, which I'm regretting, but here we are. Nick and David with the rotavator. As you know, I'm no dig, prefer not to use a rotavator, but someone has hired one and we have borrowed it for Rose's long bed. It's been covered up, so the weeds and that have died underneath. So we're just going to give it a stir. And in the meantime, I better sort this sweet corn because that's what's going in. An entire bed of sweet corn. Yum yum. I just want to show you what I'm doing here. I've got these 3-inch pots. So if I had loads of room and loads of space and loads of compost, I would just do one per pot or two. But because we're doing that big bed of compost, I want lots of sweet corn sown, and I've got this like tray which holds water, which will be handy, and I've got these I've got quite a few of these trays and spinning around the pots. These were given to us from our allotment neighbour Christian, who works for a company, works for a nursery, and unfortunately they just skip. Once they've potted on their plants, they just skip all of these. So like a good recycler, he pulled them out of the skip and offered them to people at the allotment, so they're very handy. So this one I've just put straight in here, and as you can see I've done 3 per pot, and I'm literally going to just push them in with my finger. It is warming up, so these won't take long. It's the 1st of May, and happy birthday to Grandma. That's Nick's mum. Hope you're having a lovely day. We gave you a quick phone call this morning, and we are looking forward to seeing you when we come up shortly. So it's been a while since we've seen her. That's about time. So I'm going to do another tray of these. There's 18 in the tray, 18 pots in the tray. So that's what, 57, if my maths is correct. So I'm going to do another tray, and then I'm going to measure the bed. We can see out through there. Oh, the work. Oh, Nick's there. He's doing something. What's he doing? Oh, he's raking the grass off. So I shall leave them doing this. I'm going to measure the bed, see how many sweet corn we can get in. Now I've given the bed a measure. It is 26 foot by 5 foot, but what I'm going to do is, because you need a foot gap in between each sweet corn, I'm going to take 24 foot by 4 foot. And what I'm going to do at the ends here, I'm going to come in a foot before I start planting. At the ends here I'm going to plant our squashes and do the 2 sisters method, and so the squashes will be out, and then I'm just going to wind them in through the sweet corns, what we normally do, as they're growing, and I'm going to do the same at the other end as well. So I've done some calculations, and I need 104 sweet corn plants, and by the magic of television they're all done. So there are God, what did I work out, 135 or something like that sown. So that's allowing for some not to germinate. These are seeds I saved myself. Now, 2 years ago I grew some Swift sweet corn, and that's an F1 variety. I totally forgot they were F1, and so I saved my best cobs and saved the seeds from them, dried it out, picked off the seed, and it wasn't until I'd picked, well, a few thousand seed off, I think, that I remembered they were F1 and kicked myself. Now, what we did last year was I bought some new seed and we grew that at home, and with the Swift that I'd saved, I grew that at so I grew the bought one at the allotment, and I grew the This one, the Swift seed, I grew that at home just to see how it would do. It was just, I think I only grew like 12 plants or something just to get an idea of how it was going to go. And it did better than the one at the allotment did. So, so this year we're just going to grow this saved seed. So when you save F1 seed, although it's recommended you don't do that, the reason they say don't do that is because you won't necessarily get a true plant. So what we grew might not have been Swift, but it was a delicious sweet corn. And at the end of the day, because we are growing for our own home use and our home eating, it didn't matter. So it could have been one of the parents, whatever the parents are of Swift, could have been one of those, could have been something else, but it was still a nice sweet corn. So that's why we're growing so many of it this year, not buying new seed. Okay, let's see what else there is to do. So the rotavator isn't liking getting into the complete flat soil, so Nick's just giving it a dig over, and Rose is over there helping break up the clods. She's using up her energy. She'll sleep well tonight. So once we've done this, we'll give the rotavator another go. Over the last couple of days, Rose and I have weeded our 2 strawberry beds. We've given it some grow more and watered that in. If you remember this one, it was a right old state, so vast improvement there. And I'm now going to do our 3rd strawberry bed, and I've noticed there's some lemon balm in there. So I'm going to pull that out. It does spread. I'm going to pull it out and do the rest of the weeding, give this one some grow more and a good water as well. And I've pulled that out and given it to a new allotment here, Will. So they'll make good use of that. You can see we've weeded the rest of the bed. Rose is just finishing off in the corner, just getting the dead leaves and things. There was a few dandelions, but it wasn't too bad. So while she's doing that, I'm just going to sprinkle some grow more around just to give them a little boost, and then give it a good water in. And you can see what a lovely lot of flowers we have. And look round on this one. This bed's a bit more sparse as we thinned it out. And round here we've got a nice lot of flowers on this one as well. Next up, I've made a start on this bed here. As you can see, it's weedy, and fortunately they're just these weeds. I'm not sure what they are, but they're coming up really easy, so that's okay. And I've brought down our dwarf curled kale, which is going into this bed. It's already got the net on it, as you can see, so that's what I'm going to do now. Let's just continue doing this weeding. Right, that's this bed all weeded, and I've just popped, I had some compost, so I've just topped up, and as you can see, Rose is spacing these out, and now I'm going to plant them. All done. They don't look very big at the moment, but they will soon grow. There's 21 in there, so I'm just going to pull the net down, and then Rose is weeding a strawberry bed over there, so I'm going to go and help her once I've pulled the net down. I've given them a good water in, and hopefully we'll have kale in no time. And that is all from me and Rose today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.